Did you know that nearly 50 million Americans get sick each year from foodborne illnesses? And, tragically, more than 3,500 lose their lives. Many of these are seniors whose bodies face greater challenges. As we age, our immune systems naturally weaken, making us more susceptible to infections that younger, healthier bodies might easily overcome. What makes this reality even more unsettling is that many of these health threats start quietly, right inside the place we trust the most, our refrigerators. That cool, familiar space we think keeps our food safe can sometimes become a hidden source of danger. Recent studies reveal a truth many of us haven't realized. Storing certain foods the wrong way in the fridge can increase the risk of food poisoning, drain precious nutrients, and even spark harmful chemical changes inside our meals. This is especially critical for seniors, for whom every bite matters deeply. If you've ever found yourself mindlessly placing fruits, vegetables, or pantry staples into your fridge without much thought, this message is for you. Unbeknownst to many, those simple habits might be quietly putting your health on the line. And the most surprising part? The very first food on this list, often seen as harmless, could be far more damaging than you imagine. When chilled, it not only loses much of its nutritional goodness, but may even produce toxic compounds harmful to the body. So I invite you to stay with me until the very end of this video, because what you learn today might just protect your health or even save your life. Before we embark on this journey together, if you haven't subscribed yet, I encourage you to click that button and turn on notifications. This way, you won't miss out on essential health tips created just for you. If this video resonates, please type 1 in the comments. If not, type C, so I can learn how to serve you better. Now, let's gently uncover the first of 3 foods you should never refrigerate. Number 1. Almond butter. For many seniors, almond butter is more than a simple snack. It's a comfort, a familiar spread that carries warmth and memories from days gone by. It provides a convenient source of protein and heart-healthy fats, making it a cherished part of daily life. But what if this trusted friend, quietly resting inside your refrigerator, is quietly betraying your well-being? It may come as a surprise, but refrigerating almond butter, especially for those with aging bodies, is a hidden mistake, one with consequences that touch both body and spirit. When almond butter chills in cold temperatures, it undergoes subtle physical changes. The oils solidify, the creamy texture stiffens, becoming tough and stubborn, difficult to spread without strain. For seniors who may struggle with arthritis, weakened hand strength, or limited mobility, this simple change turns a once easy pleasure into a daily frustration. What used to bring ease now offers resistance, causing moments meant for nourishment to feel like obstacles. Yet, this hardened texture is only the surface of the problem. Beneath it lies a more profound shift. The cold disturbs the delicate balance of almond butter's heart-healthy fats, particularly the monounsaturated fats known to support healthy cholesterol and vascular health. Repeated exposure to cold and warmth causes these fats to degrade, leading to oxidation, a process that may sound technical, but its impact is deeply human. Oxidation means the very almond butter you rely on to care for your heart might instead be stirring inflammation, quietly undermining the health of the organs you treasure most. And that's not all. Over time, refrigerated almond butter loses vital nutrients, including vitamin E, a powerful antioxidant crucial for maintaining brain health and protecting aging cells from oxidative stress. For seniors striving to preserve mental clarity and memory, this nutrient loss is no small matter. It represents a slow fading of something precious and irreplaceable. You may not notice the change in taste or appearance, but with every chilled spoonful, the nourishing power you seek is quietly slipping away. And beyond the physical, consider the emotional cost. Food for seniors is never just about fuel. It is ritual, joy, independence, and connection. When a beloved spread becomes difficult to enjoy, hard, unyielding, disappointing, it chips away at quality of life in small but real ways. In this sense, the fridge, which promises preservation, can become a thief, stealing comfort and ease from daily moments. The solution is surprisingly simple, yet profoundly effective. Keep your almond butter in a cool, dry pantry, sealed tightly away from heat and sunlight. This humble shift preserves its creamy texture, maintains nutritional integrity, and saves your hands from unnecessary strain. Your body will thank you, and so will your heart. If almond butter, a seemingly harmless staple, hides such risks, what about another common kitchen companion? One even more deceptive, capable of silently spoiling your meals, spreading harmful bacteria, and leaving your refrigerator with a telltale unpleasant odor? Let's turn our attention to onions. If you're still here with me and find these insights meaningful, please type 1 below to let me know we're on this journey together. Now, let us gently turn our attention to the second point. Number 2. Garlic. Often overlooked, garlic quietly carries the weight of countless cherished meals. It rarely seeks the spotlight, yet it is the soul of so many dishes that bring warmth, connection, and comfort, especially for older adults who find deep meaning in every home-cooked bite. But beneath this humble appearance lies a hidden truth many don't realize. Storing garlic in the refrigerator can slowly diminish not only its flavor and texture, but also, potentially, your health. And sadly, by the time these changes become noticeable, the damage may already be done. When you tuck whole garlic bulbs into the cold, damp confines of your fridge, a subtle but harmful transformation begins. Wrapped in its delicate papery skin, garlic is designed to flourish in dry, well-ventilated spaces. The cold fridge environment, however, strips away this natural balance. Moisture creeps in, softening the cloves, turning once firm bulbs mushy and dull, and leaving them vulnerable to mold. For seniors whose digestive systems may be delicate or whose immune defenses are waning, this is more than an unpleasant texture. It is a real risk. Mold and bacteria thrive in these damp conditions and can contaminate even peeled or stored garlic, introducing unseen threats that an aging body might struggle to combat. But the story doesn't end there. Within garlic resides allicin, a potent compound known for its remarkable anti-inflammatory effects and heart-protective benefits. When stored improperly in cold conditions, the fragile cells break down more quickly, causing a loss of these vital nutrients. This means that the very food that could ease joint discomfort or support cardiovascular health quietly loses its power, without you even sensing the change. Beyond the physical consequences, consider the emotional impact. When foods you know and love lose their familiar taste or scent, when a fresh aroma gives way to a lingering mustiness that clings stubbornly to your refrigerator, the trust you have in your kitchen begins to falter. And in the later chapters of life, when food becomes both medicine and memory, these small disruptions quietly erode your peace and confidence. Yet, hope remains. You can reclaim that trust and control. Whole garlic bulbs belong not in the cold, but in a dark, dry basket or a breathable mesh bag. They need air, warmth, and respect. Treat them kindly, and they will reward you generously with flavor, strength, and nourishment. But as powerful as garlic is when cared for properly, it is still only a prelude to what comes next. A fruit so ordinary, so everyday, yet so easily undone by refrigeration, that its nourishing qualities can vanish before your very eyes. You've probably enjoyed one today, but did you give it the care it deserves? Let's talk about apples. Number 3, apples. There's something deeply reassuring about apples: their crispness, their subtle sweetness, their ease to enjoy. They are often one of the first fruits we taste as children, and a steadfast favorite well into our later years. For seniors, apples are more than a simple snack. They are a source of fiber, antioxidants, and a comforting reminder of simpler times. Yet, the simple act of placing apples in the refrigerator, usually done with the best intentions, can quietly rob them of their greatest gifts. At first glance, an apple looks unchanged, its skin firm and inviting. But beneath the surface, chilling accelerates the breakdown of important antioxidants like polyphenols and vitamin C, compounds that protect brain health and reduce inflammation. For seniors, these nutrients are especially precious. They help maintain mental clarity, support heart health, and guard against the wear and tear of time. Once chilled, these protective nutrients fade quietly and irreversibly. And there is more to lose. Refrigerated apples often become mealy or lose their crisp bite. Moisture can gather under the skin, creating a perfect breeding ground for mold near the stem, a silent threat, especially for those with weakened immunity. This is not merely about nutrition. It is about trust in the food that sustains us. In these later years, when every meal is a deliberate choice to nurture strength, clarity, and longevity, even something as familiar as an apple can betray you if misunderstood. The solution is beautifully simple. Keep apples at cool room temperature, in a well-ventilated space like a fruit bowl where air circulates freely. If they begin to ripen too fast, slice and freeze them for smoothies or baking. But never let cold steal away their flavor, texture, and healing power. Together, we have seen how everyday habits around food storage, so easily overlooked, can quietly chip away at your well-being. But what about the foods that truly require cold storage? Foods that, if neglected, could pose dangers we might never expect. Let's turn the page slowly, because what comes next might very well protect your life. If you're still here with me, finding value in these insights, please type 1 below to show you are with me on this journey. Now, as we continue, let's turn our attention to point number 4, a crucial part of protecting your health through mindful food storage. There are 3 types of foods you absolutely must keep cold, or else risk facing serious health consequences. First among them, cooked meals and leftovers. There's a unique kind of peace that comes from enjoying a home-cooked meal. The comforting aroma, the warmth that soothes your hands, and the deep reassurance of knowing exactly what's on your plate. For many older adults, leftovers represent much more than just convenience. They embody independence in the kitchen, help stretch limited budgets, and preserve the flavors of cherished memories. But that comforting peace can turn into a silent threat if those leftovers, especially cooked meats, aren't refrigerated quickly and properly. What many don't realize is that cooking food doesn't eliminate danger. In fact, once cooked meat is left to cool on the countertop, bacteria such as Listeria, Clostridium perfringens, and Salmonella begin to multiply rapidly. For seniors, this growth happens in the context of a weakened immune system and slower digestion, making them especially vulnerable. Unlike younger adults, who might shake off foodborne illnesses in days, older adults can face severe dehydration, hospitalization, or worse. And the worst part? Harmful bacteria don't always change the look or smell of your food, so you won't know they're there until your body suffers. Even more concerning is how food poisoning may show up in seniors, not just as a stomachache, but as confusion, dizziness, or low-grade fever. These subtle signs can easily be mistaken for other issues, delaying necessary care. If left unchecked, a simple leftover left out too long can trigger widespread inflammation, worsen arthritis, or strain already vulnerable organs like the heart and kidneys. This is not meant to frighten, but to awaken awareness. Proper refrigeration is not a matter of taste alone. It is a matter of safeguarding your body. Quickly sealing leftovers in airtight containers and moving them to the fridge can be the difference between enjoying a nourishing second meal and facing an emergency. So, here's a simple rule to remember. If you're not eating it now, cool it down fast and put it in the refrigerator. Then, mark the date. Leftovers are safest within 3 to 4 days. Beyond that, even if they look fine, the risk grows. But cooked meats and leftovers aren't the only foods that can spoil dangerously fast. There's another everyday staple, smooth, white, and comforting, that spoils more quickly than you might imagine. And when it does, the consequences can be far more serious than a simple upset stomach. Let's talk about dairy. If you're still with me and finding this helpful, please type 1 below to let me know. Dairy products are timeless. A glass of milk with breakfast, a slice of cheese alongside crackers, a spoonful of yogurt to soothe the stomach. These simple pleasures often carry layers of nostalgia, habit, and comfort. Yet, beneath their creamy textures lies a quiet truth. Dairy must be kept cold, or the consequences can become severe, even life-threatening. Milk, cheese, and yogurt are rich in proteins, healthy fats, calcium, and vitamins like B12 and D, nutrients especially important as we age. But those same nutrients also create a perfect environment for bacteria to thrive if dairy isn't stored properly. Older adults are at increased risk because aging reduces stomach acidity and immune response, lowering tolerance for bacterial invaders. What might cause mild discomfort in youth can become a severe illness, hospitalization, or worse in older years. Leaving dairy out even for a few hours changes its chemistry. Bacteria multiply silently, often unseen, sometimes without odor. They're there, threatening not just taste, but your digestive health, joint comfort, and overall inflammation levels. For those managing arthritis, heart conditions, or sensitive digestion, contaminated dairy can push the body beyond its limits. The price? Dehydration from vomiting or diarrhea, joint pain lasting days, unshakable fatigue. It's not just spoiled food, it's stolen energy and peace, all from a simple oversight. Thankfully, the fix is straightforward and powerful. Refrigerate dairy immediately after use. Keep your fridge below 40 degrees Fahrenheit. Store items in airtight containers and always respect expiration dates. Never take a chance with your gut. Recovery is slower, and setbacks linger longer. Now consider another often overlooked source of nutrient loss and potential danger. Leafy greens. Number 3. Leafy greens. Though delicate and tender, leafy greens pack an extraordinary nutritional punch, especially for seniors. A handful of kale in your morning eggs, a crisp salad at lunch, or sautéed spinach with dinner. These greens offer essential nutrients supporting brain health, bones, circulation, and mood. Yet, these very strengths depend on careful storage. Unlike hardy root vegetables or pantry staples, leafy greens begin to deteriorate almost immediately after harvest. Without cool temperatures, they quickly lose their texture, flavor, and, most importantly, vital nutrients like folate, vitamin K, and lutein. For seniors aiming to protect cognition, vision, and heart health, these nutrients are irreplaceable. But it's not just about nutrients. As leaves wilt and moisture collects, whether on your counter or inside a loosely sealed container, greens become a welcoming home for harmful bacteria. spoiled greens can be deceiving. Damp spots or slightly wilted edges might seem harmless, but inside those moist folds, dangerous pathogens like E. coli and Listeria thrive. These bacteria have been behind serious outbreaks linked to improperly stored produce. Ignoring proper refrigeration can lead to infections causing long-term digestive distress, worsened joint pain, dehydration, and weakness, threats especially severe for aging bodies. It's a silent loss of nourishment, the chance to feed your brain, bones, and heart slipping away before you even notice. But the good news is that care and intention can protect these leafy treasures. Store greens gently wrapped in paper towels to absorb excess moisture. Place them in breathable bags or containers and keep them in the crisper drawer of your fridge. The goal isn't just to prolong shelf life, but to preserve their remarkable power. Now, as we close this chapter on what to keep cold and what not to, the real question becomes personal. How much of what we do in the kitchen is habit, and how much is true understanding? Behind every choice we make with our food is an opportunity to strengthen or weaken our aging bodies. Your refrigerator can be a powerful ally for your health if you make it work for you. Today we've seen that not everything belongs in the fridge. Some foods lose nutrition there, others become breeding grounds for harmful bacteria, and a few can even turn toxic. For seniors, these small kitchen decisions are far more than habits. They directly impact your health, energy, and quality of life. It might seem trivial to keep a banana on the counter instead of chilling it, or to store onions in a dry pantry rather than the fridge. But when you see the bigger picture, these simple choices help protect your digestion, reduce inflammation, preserve immunity, and even make your medications more effective. And isn't that what we all want as we grow older? Not just longer life, but better life. One truth I've come to understand deeply with age is that our bodies speak quietly. Those aches, that fatigue, the upset stomach, they're not random. They are messages. And often, those messages are connected to what we eat and how we store what we eat. The refrigerator itself is not the enemy, but misusing it can quietly erode your well-being. Now, this isn't about fear. It's about awareness, about reclaiming control over the small but vital habits that truly shape our well-being. Creating a kitchen environment that supports your health doesn't demand expensive gadgets or complicated diets. It begins simply with understanding which foods flourish in the cold and which ones are better left out. So here's a heartfelt suggestion from one elder to another. Take some time this week to reorganize your fridge and pantry. Not all at once, just a little bit each day. Label and date your leftovers, giving yourself peace of mind. Keep a short list of foods that should never be refrigerated. Tape it right where you can see it, like on the fridge door. Simple reminders like these make a lasting difference. But perhaps the most important step is to share what you've learned. Tell a neighbor, a friend, your children or grandchildren. This knowledge isn't meant only for you. It's a small act of kindness that could ripple outward, helping someone else avoid unnecessary illness or discomfort. The truth is, we've all made kitchen mistakes. I certainly have. But it's never too late to change a habit, to learn something new, or to care for yourself more intentionally, because your body, your time, and your health deserve protection. Thank you for sharing these moments with me. If this message resonated, please share it with someone you care about. You never know. It might be exactly what they needed to hear today. Until next time, care for your food, and it will care for you. These lessons are meant to inspire you to live fully and authentically, embracing health with mindfulness. Now, I'd love to hear from you. Take a moment to reflect and share one insight you've gained and plan to apply in your own life. Let's support one another on this journey toward embracing these truths. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a comment with the number 1. If not, feel free to comment with 0. Your feedback means the world to us. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the Hearth and Health channel for more thoughtful content like this. Thank you for watching, and here's to living life on your own terms.